Awesome. Good morning. Hope we're up and rolling this morning. Let's jump in on the screen. All right. Welcome to the AI Auto Trader. We're up and rolling this morning. Have a couple of monsters already on the board. So we jumped right out of the gate swinging right away with the NQ. Man, we rolled up 100 points last night. Awesome. Good to see everybody this morning. All right, Rue's back in the ring. Sweet. Let's see if we can make some money today, guys. We got a hump day right in our face. Let's see what's happening on the board. So that GC 15 signal B back in the ring. Looks like it's number one this morning. The NQ was just running right up there, but jumped back just a bit. All right. Sweet. Welcome aboard. Getting tons of people jump on the Auto Trader. You see how it works. Once you see it live in action, you're like, man, is that too good to be true? It is. It is. This is it's a money machine, but it can go backwards too. So always know that this thing is a rocket ship, but it can also swipe your cash quickly. So let me transition this FTC disclaimer in. So all the signals and trading opportunities that you'll see here today are really just for educational and demonstrational purposes only. So I'm just a trader trying to make money today, and you'll just kind of see what I do and you know what the machine can do for you. So we'll all just hunker down and see if we can make some money today. So all right, Go Blues back in the house today. Let's transition back and see if we can get some live action going. So had a request to show a chart and getting it set up. So we want to do that in a minute. Let's take a look at the leaderboard though. It looks like the gold was the hot one so far this morning. Again, it's early. This one though, it wakes up at 5 in the morning, and it's had a pretty good week too, from what I remember. Let's jump to the. So this is the board over here for the week. This is the weekly running total, and then let me move my picture so you can see where I'm pointing down here in the corner. All right, awesome. So this is the weekly running total over here, and so we got these strategies that are out of the gate doing good for the last couple of days, and then we can jump right into this tab over here, and this is today. So this is, you know, live action starting today. Looks like we got a YM and GC up here in the top. We'll go ahead and put an account to work today too. I've got a PA account that I wanted to try to put up some numbers on today. So we'll get that thing set up in a little bit too. Let me go through some of the questions here. All right, RKV, welcome aboard. Let's show you how that I do it, and if it makes sense, you can you know, try something similar. All right, Sarah, hopefully this system's for you. I know it's a fast-paced system, so it comes and goes quick, but you know, if you kind of pay attention to the leaderboard here and, you know, kind of jump in on those ones that are doing good, that's usually you know, about the best thing you can do when you're a trader. Again, this is really a flexible system, so We've got it designed to where, you're still in the driver's seat. So if you don't like this trade, you can, always take the stops and targets and move them around if you want. Okay, so we have a portfolio of strategies here. We have strategies for all the instruments. So we went ahead around the instruments and have about 5 strategies gathered data for each instrument. So what you got is we got the NQ covered, we've got the ES covered, RTY, YM, and CL, and GC. So I think I got them all. So yeah, we've got the instruments covered, and the goal is just to stay up on the leaderboard, and which ones are happening at the time. Those are the ones that I jump on. So this one's been doing good for the last couple of days and last couple of weeks. So this one's a really good one to jump on. The NQ though is where I tend to stay. And right now this morning looks like it's down 158. So I've got it running on my live account too on another computer above this one, the Signal B. It's racking off some big time cash this week so far. Last 2 days it's up $2,200. It's in a trade right here. Let's take a look at this trade. So the NQ went up a couple hundred points on us overnight. I don't know about a couple hundred. I'll measure it. I think it was probably 100 or so. Let's take a look. Signal B. So we got this long entry going here on Signal B. Jumped up over 18,000 on us in the middle of the night, I think. Yeah, it looks like it hit 18,000 around 3 in the morning. For some of you out there, that might be earlier than it looks. So when I was looking at the market before it opened here today, I was thinking just putting all longs on for my account today from the huge move it had, but it did this to us 2 days ago too, and then that happened. And that happened. So it's trading. It's trying to figure out what direction to trade in. And the robot, it senses all the data, so it knows best. But, from my angle, it's always interesting to look at it and see if there's any edge that, individual intelligence still has. Yeah, so one day we ran up 18,000 to almost 18,350, about 350 points, and then went ahead and gave that back. So let's kind of just peel back the onion. That was the NQ on its what do we call that? Maybe the camelback. 350 and back. I think that's what we'll call it. 350 points and back. So it looks like we're right in the middle of that 350 point move. You know, that big boom up held the top for about 24 hours and then gave it back. So now we're struggling back in the middle of it. Kind of a tension zone, it looks like. Somewhere between 350 and 18,000, or no, 17.8. Yeah, the all of our strategies run on one contract, so they all trade one contract at a time. So it looks like the day is going to go to the gold so far out of the gate here. We'll get the gold set up here and take a quick look. Might be the one to trade today. I don't really trade gold. I know Kim out here, he trades gold all the time. GC. Looks like we got a NQ jump back in the leaderboard here. This one can move quick. These NQ trades, my favorite instrument to trade by a long shot. The NQ 2-minute signal AI drone. So this one jumped in right here, 847. Took the entry. Took it almost up to its target. Just missed the target by a few ticks. The blue line up here is its target, and just missed it. So we'll see how many ticks away that was. Not that one. $65 it looks like. So let's go ahead and do a little demo of the setup here and kind of how the system works, and maybe set a chart up. Let's say that I see this strategy's doing okay. It's the NQ 2-minute signal AI drone, and I want to match the chart up to it. Let's use that as our example. So it's the NQ. So the first thing I do is I set the account up. So I do the pull down here, grab the account that I want to look at. So I want to look at the NQ 2-minute signal AI drone. So that's this one right here. Now I go over here to the left-hand corner of the chart, and I do this pull down, and I make sure it's on the NQ. This is the instrument. The next one you go to is the data series right here, and this one is a huge block, but we're trading the 30 range. I'm sorry, the 2-minute. NQ 2-minute right here. 2M is 2-minute. So we go to minute and then the 2. So that sets the bars, the data series of the bars up to the 2-minute bars. And something that I don't like now is that the bars, the data series, has its own selection back here where you can change the colors. And because I have that background black, those candlesticks don't show up good on black. Go change them to white. So now that makes the candlesticks and the wicks jump out. So then the next thing, so I've first order of business is to set my account here. Second thing I do is set my instrument, which is up here. The third thing is I set my data series, which is here. And then I went in and fixed the data series here by right clicking on the mouse, and then I left click on data series right there, and I modified the candle body and the candle wick colors. I changed them to white. So those were the steps to get a chart set up to match the strategy that you're looking at. And now if you want to get a little bit fancier, you can try to get your triggers set up. And the triggers are these green crosses or red crosses. And let's say today we only want to take long trades. That was my thesis when I looked at the data this morning. I said, okay, everything's going north, let's go north. So I was going to set it up to only take long trades, and I'll show you how we would do that. So let's say that we want to, and we'll run the NQ 2-minute Signal A drone on this PA account here that we'll get set up, and we'll only take long trades. So we'll kind of show how that works. I was eyeing this GC Signal B all week. We'll put that on the account too. Yeah, Kim, we got those, the micros. Charles has them, so you're welcome to go ahead and get on his calendar if you're in Discord. He has the download. So Sergio created this awesome tool. Lickety Split can download 35 or whatever strategies in a matter of seconds. So that was a huge advancement for us. Rue, what's MT4? Yeah, GC Signal B, leader 2, I think, on this board. So yeah, we're going to put that one to work here today. Could be a little late. The GC wakes up early, so that's a nice one to jump in at. I think around 5 if this one wakes up. Oh, Forex. Yeah, that must have been the MT4 HFT, a Forex instrument. When I bought this company, I didn't even know what futures were, so I'm just starting to learn what Forex is too. All right. Give Rory a call at Right Line Trading. He'll help you out. He can talk you through some different options. We got this thing rolling here today. Let's put it to work. So I've got a few accounts here I wanted to mess with. So let's go back to strategies. kind of leaderboard for last day or so, last couple of days. Looks like the NQ Signal B AI drone was the leader, followed by the CL15 range Signal A AI bot, so the CL, and then this YM. And then the NQ bot. So the GC isn't here like I was thinking it was. I see the gold nugget. There it is, right there. So for the week on this this PC, looks like we're at 274 for the week, but we're in a nice trade right now, so it's up about maybe 600 for the week. All right, so yeah, this is the AI Auto Trader. It's all automated, fully automated system, buying and selling for us. Every trade's not a winning trade. The system's designed with some, kind of like, rules that it follows. So a lot of these strategies we have set up are like 4-to-1. So, it loses 250 bucks and it can make 1,000 on that trade. Or 25 bucks and make 100. So we'll set some up here and I'll kind of show you how those work behind the scenes. What we do is we run them in simulation mode, which is a mode that simulates the real market. And I can kind of show you some live trades and sim trades, and they match almost identical. They're similar. So in contracts, for the futures, we're trading contracts, so it's futures contracts that we're trading, and it's a buy-sell system with a broker in the middle. So the broker, takes orders here, and then matches the two parties up and exchanges the contract. So there's always not the same number of contracts available that you're trying to buy, so you'll get different entries by a few ticks, up to maybe a point. So on the NQ it'd be like 4 ticks is what we've seen. So something in that range. All right, Dan, welcome to the Auto Trader session this morning. We're live action, trying to find some good trades here. We've got the NQ kind of cooling off here, settling in at about 18,770. Not 700, 18,070. So I was thinking all long trades today, but it looks like it's maybe over for a little bit. Those sleeper buyers at night, I think they disappear during the day. Let's go ahead and see what else is doing good. So the GC15 range, Signal B, that one's cranking. So this one popped in its trade. Looks like she jumped in the ring right here. Back here about 933. 2150.4 is what we jumped in at here on this one. Sitting at 420. Oh wow, we got another speech, huh? Oh wow, this time it's not, it's a different Powell. So some of us who are older will remember Colin Powell gave a speech to Congress. Weapons, WMD. I went and served for that one. I was in 91 through 96. Served in the Army, and then I got to go to Germany for a couple years, and then Fort Bragg, North Carolina for 2. Really good experience for me. I got lucky. Met a lot of really cool people. All right, let's put this one to work. Let's look at the GC trend over the last few days and kind of see what it's been doing. Looks like some really good signal A opportunities. So what I mean by signal A is I've got these crosses up here to really show up on the chart where this blue line crosses this green line, or when it comes out, when this blue line comes out of the red line, the crosses pop onto the chart. And you can set your strategies up to take these triggers at these points too. So this is a signal A entry right here, and now I can measure, so I can build my own, we call it our money machine, because you can just measure these moves. So we would take that trade right here at the end of that cross, or I'm sorry, the end of that candle, and you can tell the move price, price went down to the bottom of this wick right here, so you can see what kind of moves you're dealing with. That one's an $800 move. So that one stretched 800 bucks. So you could set your strategy up to, take profit at 800, and then you can figure out what your risk needs to be to get past that trade. And the way I do it is the most conservative way to do it is to use the same candle that the cross shows up in and go to the bottom of that candle. So you would have had to have at least $160 of risk to make that $800 trade. So I tend to, go to like 170 or 180, figure out how many ticks that is. So this is $10, I believe it's $10 a tick. GC. Kim, how much is a tick for GC? Do tag team here today. I think it's $10 a tick, so I think it's, I'd have to set up at least 17 ticks to make that trade if I was going to create my own money machine on this one. And then I can count how many victories I would get. So the next one that it would take this trade entry right here, and let's measure this move. So this is from this green cross right here at the top to this move. So it made it up 360, but no, I have my target set at 800. Would have I lost this trade? Yes, I would have lost that trade. So that's one winner, one loser. And now you'd say you'd enter this next trade, and you can kind of do the math on these crosses and see if you can figure out a profitable setup with how far the moves extend. So this one's trading signal B, though. It's not trading signal A. Signal A gets chopped up on this one. So the way we go in and change these crosses to show up in the correct place for the signal B is we go right into here, into this indicator that we've developed over here. You go into that indicator, and then you got all these settings here, and you just pick the same ones that your strategy has. So I'm just setting those the same as my strategy and then hitting apply. And now my crosses show up only in the places that I would have took the trades for a signal B strategy. And you can kind of see the cross showed up. Or I had this long entry earlier. You can see how that the cross showed up here where the entry jumped in at. So it would have taken the trade right here too on this candle if it wasn't already in a trade. Almost got to that target. We'll see if it can test it again. Okay, let's take a look at this drone. It looks like it's up a little bit today. This is my favorite one. This one's been making a lot of money over the last week. So I first thing I do to get them set up to go check them out is I check out the account, which these are the accounts. I wanted to go look at this one because it was up a couple $100. I wanted to go see what its trades looked like. So we'll go look at it. This one's the NQ30 range signal A. Got to get my data series correct. That was 30 seconds, not 30 range. Here we go. Here's 30 range. This is what this strategy is built on, is a 30 range chart. That's how they tell the data series. So we're sitting at 245 on this strategy for the day. It again, I was going to only take longs. That would have been a mistake probably. Right there would have been doing some nice shorts. It jumped in that short right here and it got that winner. It caught that short, looks like right here, and pulled off that target down here. Looks like it got faked out on it first over here. Took a long entry and missed it. Well, it might be an ES day. Okay. ES signal A. Looks like ES signal A and signal B are doing good. Let's go take a look at the, wow, this one's up 800. Let's go take a look at the server. So we got a VPS server out here doing the same thing. This kind of acts like a client PC for me. So we use this to download new installs to make sure everything's working right and everything. So I just wanted to show this. Charles just showed me how to do this a few minutes ago. This is our VPS server that we have. The company that we have is called Contabo. They're a German company. We moved the server from Germany to, I don't think it says here, I think it's New York. But anyways, this is the server and the data behind it. Just kind of the highlights here for you. It's 16 gig of RAM and a 64-bit operating system and 16 core processors. So it looks like 16, 16, and 64 are the three numbers. But I think the big one from talking to Sergio is probably the RAM. It can run on 8 gig, but 16's better. So that's kind of the highlights of the server PC information. Let's check it out and see what's doing good out here. Looks like the cash register is out here making some money finally out here today. ES 5 minute hasn't taken many trades. It doesn't take a lot of trades. Looks like this one's up around 700. The NQ Signal A drone just jumped back in. Looks like it's up 471. There's the GC. That looks like the best one for the last couple weeks. It's on the board again at 256. So that's definitely the one we'll put to work. GC Signal B. That's been pretty consistent. Looks like the Dow Diamond's kind of on a pretty good trajectory too. Or the YM Signal A drone. So I'm going to write a couple of them down here and put them to work. If you guys, Pat, if you don't mind, drop your high score in for the day, your high profit. Looks like mine's, looks like this, the server's showing the ES 5 minute, either the cash register. Now let me look at my machine, see if the ES 5 minute's doing. Oh yeah, so it is. Yeah, it looks like the ES 5 minute drone is the one that's up too. No, this is RK. This one isn't a prop account yet. It will be in a minute. We're just kind of getting our bearings here, what direction to head in with the prop account. So I was just pulling a couple of strategies together and just writing them down over here. So just kind of doing a little bit of data analysis, of trying to figure out what to put to work. And so I was just going to write a couple of things down. I've got a couple of favorites, this is my favorite right here. I love trading this one. This one's my all-time favorite. I trade the heck out of it. Last Friday, I ran this sucker up to 15 grand. I had some prop accounts that I bought at the 90% off, and I had those evals going crazy, but it was all going up. All I had to do was take long trades, and it was just ringing them off. So, but no, we'll set this one up because this one's always my favorite. It takes great entries, so we'll try to just manage the entries at first, and then see if it can just go to work like it does here. So this one's a 4-to-1 risk to reward. So it's a $250 risk for a $1,000 profit, and that's a huge swing. But the 4-to-1 works for us over the long term. So we'll kind of see. We'll put that to work. But during my live account, I'm going to move that that profit target to try to protect the cash whenever it can give it to us if it does. Usually do that at first. All right, Anoli and Tulu, welcome in the ring again. Not enabled, but they're taking trades. Let's take a look what that might be. So the way you turn a strategy on and off, and you probably already know this, but I'll just go through it if you don't. You just click this little guy right here, and then what I watch for over here is the strategy to go from black text to green text. Green text means that it's enabled and on and rolling, doing its thing behind the scenes. And again, these are all pre-programmed, so you don't have to go behind the scenes and do anything. All you need to do is just click that enable button right there. So what you might be dealing with more than likely is this down here. This little green circle is super duper important. This is your data feed, and we live and die on data feeds. This data feed that I'm using right here is it's called rhythmic, and the way you go in and see that is, here we go. You go into connections, and down here is your connections, your different connections that are programmed for you. And Charles probably programmed one for you to get you set up. So you want to make sure that you got a green circle. There's other colors, yellow and red, and those are obviously no good. So a lot of times if you get a yellow or red circle, I just go into here and hit disconnect, and then when you hover over it, once it's disconnected, I think it says connect, and you left click on connect. So maybe give that a try. It doesn't happen to me very often, but it does sometimes. So I hit disconnect. I typically then go to workspace. And just save the workspace, because what that's doing is saving the way everything's set up here. And then I can X out or close out of the control center, and it'll ask you again, do you want to save the workspace? And you hit yes, and you're out. And then go back into Ninja and just see if kind of cycling the system helps you out. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put some PA counts to work right here and show you how that this has the opportunity to get you funded as well. Right now we got a great trade going on. This NQ caught this trigger back here. Looks like we're in at 17,980.5, and it's running it up here. We'll see if it can hit this trade, but I want to get these accounts to work. I'm itching here. So to get an account to work, what you do is you kind of just got your mouse over here in the control center, and you right mouse click anywhere. Anywhere in this control center, you right mouse click. Pat's wondering if you guys are seeing streaming clear out there. If you don't mind, let him know, yeah or no, and if not, I'll try to see if there's anything on this end that makes sense. Ooh, got that target, awesome. Sweet, so we're gonna put this one to work. It's up $1,000 today, so it must have been breaking about even right before that trade, and just hit a whopper, knocked out $1,000 bill. This one ran up the score last week. It was up $6,000 last week, so it's took a hit yesterday and today, but it's looks like it's back in the ring today, and maybe this is more its style. So we'll see where this one shakes out, but we're gonna get this one working real quick. I got FOMO. Always have FOMO. All right, so we're gonna right mouse click. We're gonna get a new strategy. We'll go ahead and grab that one that just made that dinger. Go to template, go to load, and now that one's the Signal AI drone. So I'm going to load this one, and I want to use the drone settings. So I want to uncheck that one, and I want to check this to say, yeah, use the settings that you're using down here. So it's going to use the trade management settings right here, 50 and 200. So kind of give you a background of 50 ticks on the NQ. They're $5 a tick, so you're risking $250 for an opportunity at 200 ticks, which at $5 a tick is $1,000. So that's this strategy. It's set for 250 or 1,000. Now you can change this right here to the M&Q, and now this strategy becomes $25 for a loss or $100 for a win. So this is a great strategy for lower entry point. This one's the this one's the setup to get you rolling. And the way you kind of work this one now is you go ahead and change your account here to the one that you want to run. I think we'll run number 42 today. See if we can get lucky on this one. And I really like this strategy, so we'll run a couple of contracts per trade. So that one puts it at 2 contracts. So it's a $50 loss or a $200 win. So we're gonna play two holes on the table on this one. And then it pops it down here. So and then you just put it to work. Click it a going. That's all you do to get them set up on a prop account. Now, what I want to do next is, kind of get a chart set up so that it can kind of watch that account for me. So what I'll do is I'll get it set up with the right instrument and data series in this case. So we'll jump over here on this one. We'll go to M&Q, and this one is a 30 range. So I got to go pick the right data series. So instrument data series. Now I got to do the account number 42. So if this one jumps in, we'll kind of see it jump in over here and maybe cruise over and take a look at it. I like to fix this, and we'll get this on the next release where it works right. So we'll kind of keep up with this one now. This one's over here, and we can make it jump up if it jumps in a trade for us here. This is the NQ 30 range signal A. So we'll looks like it was already in a trade over here. And then we'll set one up on the NQ too, because I really like to show how the the M&Q and the NQ kind of take trades back and forth. And then a sim account too, so you guys can see what a sim account compared to a NQ and then an M&Q prop account, and kind of see where we get the entries and exits at and stuff like that, which is really important. So again, we got the leaderboard up here for the week. Hey, Kathy, welcome aboard. Yeah, no, so we have these all enabling before 9:30. I just jump on with YouTube Live at 9:30 to kind of show the system and do a little bit of trading. But I trade all the time. I mean, not all the time, but yeah, anytime. So I don't really have a lot of rules about when I trade. But these enable, so gold we have waking up at 5 in the morning. I think it goes to bed around 11 or maybe noon. And we do that on volume base in history. So, and then on this, I think most of the other instruments I have waking up around 8:30. And then they, sort of go to sleep around, I think it's, noon at 1 o'clock. So that's kind of the way they're programmed. So the data that I show here, I never move stops or targets for any of the sim data, and never change the times either. So you can hopefully have data integrity. I do have another system here. This one's we call it the server, the VPS. And we have these same exact system running that you'll get, and you'll have the same setup. And what I show here is typically the top strategies are on both machines. So we can do another quick comparison. So again, this one's the weekly total. Oops. So the weekly total looks like the weekly total out here, kind of the top three. Here's what I typically do. There's a couple of ways to do this. This one's kind of my favorite way, is to grab this and just kind of do a quick screenshot. And then I can bring it back over in a second. So I'll grab that. And then just kind of compare it. So again, this is for the last 2 days of running total. Of two different machines, and typically call this the VPS, but it's like a client machine. I do have another third machine above this R&D machine here, but anyway, this one's looks like let me move this over a little bit more. Looks like the my machine here, the R&D machine, is showing me that the 30 range signal B AI drone looks like it's in second place out here. Out on the server, it's at 1100. Looks like in here I'm at 1400. Out here it looks like the CL15 range AI bot is at 1300 here. Out on the server, it looks like it's number one at about 1200. So about $120, $130 difference there on that one. So that's kind of the, a little bit of data integrity. It looks like number 3 here for this one's at 961. It looks like it's number 4 out there, or no, it's number 3 also. It's number 3 at 800. So that one looks like it's $100 and some dollars too. So that's just kind of a little bit of the comparison of a couple of machines. Okay, good advice, Ruth. Thanks for sharing that. He says that he runs his on VPS too. So yeah, that one's a VPS. When I do show it, okay, good, we're jumped in a trade here. When I do show it, typically it's like got a little bit of a delay with my mouse, and I believe that's through the remote desktop software, but I have no idea. So this one jumped in a trade for us right here on that account that we just set up. So we'll kind of see what happens here. I tend to just go ahead and block these off right away. Just let the trade, if I can make anything on it, great. If I can't, well, then it wasn't the one for me. So it comes back to price. I just let this one, take me out. But, at least we got in a trade, We'll see. So now we'll see if maybe that was a smart move or not. But I can draw a ruler. So we would have bailed on that trade. So it's 50 ticks. So we would have bailed right about there. So she sensed that the Laguerre popped in the other direction, so it's gonna try to take this long here. Let's see if that was a bad idea. The 50's going back and forth, so that's not a good indicator. Again, we still would have been in this short if I wanted to have taken us out of it. Hurt. So maybe we'll get chopped up here. Let's just kind of let this thing see what it's going to do. This 50 is going back and forth in color. This is our 50 EMA right here. Obviously, not the ideal time to take trades is when it's, jumping back and forth between red, yellow, and green. Means that it's, right at price, and price is bouncing. Looks like overnight they're taking advantage of us traders, us retail traders. It went up straight up almost again from 17.8 really since 4 o'clock yesterday. 1600, 4 o'clock, about 3:30. Just went straight up, went up about 300 points. I want to put another one to work on that account. I think Signal B, GC, seems to be a pretty good one to trade. Looks like that trade was destined to fail regardless. These are not the moves we're looking for. Not enough movement in one direction, so it's a no-go zone for us right there. Now these, on the other hand, this one's juicy over here. Look at this juicy cross. That move would be a good move here for us. Let's see on the ruler how much that one moved. Yeah, that one's our that one's in our range. That one's a $72 move. So in the NQ, that would be $720. Okay, we'll give her one more run at that short. Hardcore right into the 18,000. That's a tough number to crack. Whew. Wow, right at 18,000 again. Come on. Ouch. Get chopped up here right away. Let's go. Woo. We need one. Got to get 1 out of 4 here. That's the goal. So we're 0 for 2 on that one. Sitting in a nice ES trade right now, and that one's doing good for the week too. So far, so good. ES Signal A. Okay, oil inventory is about to come out. Thanks, Pat. Appreciate that. Let's check that out and see what the CL's doing. Right here, I've got this chart up right here. The CL, we got this one in. Looks like we're up $100 today on this one so far. This one's the got the 15 range up, so we'll try to get it over a little bit extended period here. Looks like it hit a ceiling and it's kind of starting to come back a little bit. Oh, let's get the right chart. We'll change this one to the CL and take a quick look at it. This one's the Signal B. It's in this pretty good trade right here. I think it was falling away from what I saw. Oh no, it's rising. Okay, so we're headed north on oil right now. It looks like CL 15 range. Signal B, this one's had a pretty good run over the last couple of days too. Looks like it jumped in back here. good bit ago. This one's a nice slow mover, slow and steady. Look at that 50. Wow, that 50's on a direct incline. Wow. All morning long. All right, we're going long CL. Let's get that one rolling. Strategies. New strategy. Open that CL load. Oops. Got to go here first. Sometimes you guys will just have this one up here on yours. Load. I want to put that CL to work. Signal B. It's a good trending strategy. Okay, so this one wakes up at 8 o'clock and then goes to bed at 2. So this one's alive and kicking for a good bit of time. So it's gonna do profit and loss. Again, I need to click that, and I need to use the settings for the drone, because I'm going to copy the drone. So, and then we got to change the instrument. We'll do the full contract on the CL because it's a slow mover. It's a nice consistent mover. So we'll throw that one on this account too, and keep up with it. So boom, it's ready for game time. So the next signal B setup that it sees, it'll jump in and start trading for us on the same account. I'm running the NQ 30 range signal B on my live account, my like personal brokerage account on the other machine, and man, it pulled off a hat trick yesterday. Pulled over in $1,200. Today I'm down a little bit. Like it's about 700 for the week. We'll put signal B to work on this one too. This time we will okay, just jumped in. So it looks like the so this one's the NQ, and then this one's my MNQ. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a split screen here, and kind of take a look at the entries of a prop account and a SIM account, and even an NQ SIM account, which is the same but different. To do this, I'll just have to do this, squeeze this down. So looks like the SIM entry was 18,029.5. Looks like my prop account entered at 18,030.5. So 1 point different. 4 ticks exactly, from an MNQ prop account to a SIM account on an NQ. So they always say that the MNQ should be just a direct correlation to the NQ, and I think this kind of proves that it's pretty close. I mean, these are two fully different strategies, fully different, running on a simulated account on an NQ, and then an MNQ on a PA account. So this is a pay account. This isn't an eval account. This is a full pay account. So you'd assume they're fully, taking, the full trade and, putting money on the line here, because if I get this to 2,600 bucks, I'm gonna ask for 2,000. So that's the way these work. If I can get this one to 2,600 bucks, you can ask for 2,000 to get sent to you. So that's always cool to look at, is kind of the difference in trades, and how many ticks or whatever the difference is. So this could be big difference, little difference, who knows, but it's 4 ticks difference, and my stop is a whole point different than this one. So this one's at 18,042. I'm at 18,043. It looks like on this one. So there is a point difference, and you can see that wick came within a just a touch from each of us. So it could come out and buy my contracts first, and I'd be out, and then it could go on to victory. So those are the things that we notice that happen, but not on a regular basis. Okay, good question, Kathy. So let me try to answer that, and let me make sure that I totally understand it too. If I have a short entry and then I get a green cross, oh, do you get out of the trade before you hit your fill loss? Okay, no, but it is on our R&D list to do. So we keep up with an R&D list from ideas that you guys have. So let me show you the areas. So we've got a really great Discord community, and maybe you're in there already, Kathy. I think you're a member, so you probably are. But anyway, inside here in the improvement ideas, you guys jot your ideas down in here. We try to let you know where we're at with them. But our team, we look through this and create we call it an R&D list, and rank it between effort and benefit, or impact and difficulty. So we kind of take those ideas on. It's on the list to take you out of the trade when the opposing cross shows up, but not right now. So stay right in that trade, even if the other indicator comes true. Like right there, it should have took me out, or not. It should have. It will take you out of the trade in the future. You'll have that as an option. So it looks like we're pretty green on the 50 here on the NQ. I'm kind of looking at a couple of trades here. Got this one, this Apex account over here, trying to go short. We're trying to go short. I've got an NQ trade over here in Sim, and a M&Q trade over here in an Apex account, trying to go short. We got a lofty goal. Again, if I get any separation, because it is a paid account, I'll go ahead and be a little more conservative than I normally will. I just feel like I don't want to get greedy at first. I'd like to get away from the beginning. So this one started at 100,000 or whatever, $625 drawdown. So if I lose 625, I lose the account. So the idea is to try to protect my money as much as I possibly can at first. So I'll try to slip the stop down to at least take the trade. I may not hit the target, but at least I didn't lose anything on it. So I didn't have time to do it right there, but I typically would have done it. So maybe I'll do it on the next run if it goes ahead and runs down again. Never do that on the sim ones, so you can kind of trust the data integrity. If you feel comfortable keeping yours steady, that's awesome. I think it's kind of just it's a fun thing to do, to have the ability to move them around if you want, and if you don't, you don't. So it looks like we got down to about 18,016. So it shows them, basically identical. So I'll even manually trade on these accounts to try to, add a little fuel to the fire. When I see a really juicy setup, I might take a couple more contracts. Let me show you how you would do that, because I didn't do a very good job yesterday. Hopefully, if Finoli and Toulouse still hanging around, I kind of could show you better. It was a little heat of the moment. I think I was going to try to take a trade, and I was focused more on that than kind of doing the demo. But if I want to take a manual trade right here, what I do down here, and I'm not great at this because it looks like these are all pre-configured, and I don't know if they're only pre-configured on my machine. Again, this is an R&D machine, so I've got a lot of stuff here that came with the business when I bought it. So I don't know if you have these or not, but what I think I would do is go to custom, and now I have the ability with this little dialog box here to kind of build my own, which is nice. So I like to do it in currency. Again, it's money that I'm trading, so kind of my own personal risk to reward is maybe like $200, and hope for 5 on the trade, and I like to just do one contract, and I try to really not do anything with the stop at first when I manually trade, and then just move around the stops and targets if it makes sense to me. So this is kind of the way I set mine up, and then I guess the next thing to do that I do is just save it as a template, and I always just try to save it as something that I can remember. So that's like a real memorable thing for me. So I just save it as that one, and then if I now go to work over here, you can go pick it if it's not the one that it shows up right away for you, but you can go select it, and now now you can take another position. So let's say we want to try to take some contracts going short here, even though we're long, right? I mean, man, that's a crazy move, but they call that sizing down. So maybe we feel like that pivot is going to be a tough one, and we can then go grab some contracts and try to size down here. So on this one, we'll just we'll see if it goes down some for us. If it does, I'll go ahead and try to size down. But if it takes me out, obviously I'm out. But if I can, no. If she would have moved to the red for me, I'd have bought a few more, trying to catch it on the downswing and then grab my profit target and try to take that trade out. But didn't quite work out for me there. All right, so if we would have had a run in this morning, and neck and neck, we would have been up, because we're running 2 contracts on the M&Q, we would have been around $48, around $50. We jumped in a little late, so we'll see if we can get this one back. Looks like Signal B's in a nice trade right here. NQ Signal B. Wonder if we had any trades on our CL. We may want to take a look at that one. That one's running the full contract. Nope, no trades yet. Go out here, kind of the dashboard out here. This is the daily dashboard. So looks like the CL Signal B drone is the lead dog so far this morning. Okay, Kim, I'll show a little more on discretionary in a minute. We'll try to get a better trade set up there and jump in with it. I've had my best luck doing that. I was running a $300,000 account one time, and it was a Friday afternoon and everything was just dropping, and I was running the haymaker, and you can trade up to 20 contracts on the NQ on the E-mini at a time with that $300,000 contract, $300,000 Apex account. And I was hammering with it. We were flying. Ran up 22,000 bucks in about 2 hours. The best trading day ever for me. But I blew probably 4 or 5 at least before that. uh, What's your system up to today, Kim? Are we tracking? You got the CL leading the way? Looks like GC signal B. We're treading water. We're barely up. CL looks like the lead dog out here. Let's go look at the server. Oh boy, got this huge trade on the signal B. I saw it on the other one too. I'm in on it. I'm in on it on my live account too. Woo-wee, yeah, baby. That thing's rolling. All right, up 700 on that bad boy. I was down some, so we got to get it back. Here we go. That's it. Signal B. Ooh, your CL is down 500. Now let's look. Here's today. This is the daily. Yeah, yep, for the daily it is down. Let me look here again. So on the server, yeah, the CL is down. Let me look at my machine. I thought I just saw the CL up. Ooh, might take that trade out. Okay, we're back on my machine. Oh yeah, I do have the CL. Drone and bot. Let's look at my. Hey Kim, thank you very much for dropping your trades in Discord yesterday. It looked like we lined up perfect. We'll go ahead and look at that too today. But yeah, here I'm not sure exactly. We'll have to look again, just like we did yesterday, and see if this one had a trade that the other two didn't, or what the disparity is. But there's definitely a difference. So we'll have to take a quick look. Can't point to it right away. So we'll have to just keep that in my memory bank to go look at this one in a few minutes. Let's look at the signal B trade. This one, okay, we're still rolling. Oh. Okay, hit the target, but it's still down for the day. This one took a couple of trades early on, just got chopped up. Couldn't find a trend at all. Hit one other target earlier, but it got chopped up in this little mix here, trying to figure out a direction. Yeah, it wouldn't be if you started them earlier, because I've had mine running really since Monday morning. Both of them, I think both machines we haven't had to disable yet. So if you do disable here, obviously You know, or if you have to shut data down, your numbers get, you know, squirrely. But I don't think either of these machines. This is my R&D machine. I don't think I reset it, and then so these would have been tracking since last night, and then this is the server. And again, we haven't had to, you know, unclick these as far as I remember all week. Now me and Sergio pop in here and mess around, so could have yeah, I don't think he did. So we'll see. We'll yeah, Kim, I definitely recommend that. We've been doing that for quite some time. What we do is we keep them enabled right since, you know, typically on Sunday night, once the data's up and running from, like, you know, either Rhythmic or Continuum, I have a couple different sources. I usually enable them and then try not to disable them until Friday, you know, at around 2 or 3. We do our optimization as a team at 2 o'clock on Friday, so usually around 2. So yeah, I try to keep them enabled all week. Now, the caveat there is it is software and there's all these updates on computers. I mean, the list goes on. So, you know, barring we do any of that, we stay enabled all week. That way I can, you know, in short notice, look at what's hot and what's not. You know, by keeping up with the realized value right here, I just double click on it and it makes the top strategy rise to the top. Same with this accounts tab out here. You just double click on the total P&L and it will bring the winning strategy to the top. So then I kind of, you know, do a little data analysis with you know, the strategies, kind of the weekly, you know, total, the daily totals, you know, kind of try to figure out, you know, which ones are, you know, something that I'd want to trade. And the Signal B was the one that I wanted to trade on my live account the last couple of days, and it's, you know, it's still doing good. It's still up a good bit right now. I'm up about 700 with the loss from, you know, the win yesterday and loss today. Trading's not a straight line, I've noticed. Looks like the NQ decided that 18,000 was not enough. It bounced right off from the 18,000 a couple of times here. So this is the VPS that we have rolling. And I can just minimize it. It's really cool to have, you know, really another computer to jump on and just kind of confirm. I've got actually another one too, you know, 3, but, you know, having a VPS and another machine is nice. Okay, so this drone jumped in, thinks we're going short. And I bet you so I didn't get that trigger over here on the M&Q. Let me make sure I'm trading the Signal A drone. I am. So for whatever reason, don't know the reason why, but I didn't get that trade that this one got over here. If you guys remember last time, we were neck and neck. Actually, as 4 ticks different. But for whatever reason, the NQ jumped in on Sim, and I didn't get that trade. when they don't get a trade, there's nothing, I always wish there was a button that just said, oh, make it trade, take it, make it take the trade, but we don't have one. So if it doesn't get the trade, it just doesn't get the trade. Um, don't know any real specific reason why, or we'd fix it. Uh, but in this case, maybe we would be glad we didn't get that trade. But now we didn't get the. Okay, this is showing signal B. Sorry, let me get rid of these crosses. I was wondering why those crosses were popping on the chart here. So we only want to see signal A. This is a signal A strategy, so I only want to see the crosses in that direction. I had it for signal A and signal B, so it's kind of giving me a mixed message there. Yeah, Kim, that's unfortunately a normal thing for us. Those error messages, they're really informational messages that NinjaTrader sends, and we can't control them. Those ones are out of our control. They come to your screen without passing through anything that we have on our end. So the only thing we can do is hit OK on those things. I used to program machines, and anytime a machine would have, I call it an error like that, a nuisance error, made all of my errors that ever happened from there on out worthless, because they weren't really true. So um, those nuisance errors are frustrating. Kim, I'll go ahead and drop the CL trades just like we did yesterday into Discord, and we can kind of see the difference. And I'll take a look here between the VPS and this machine too. Curious myself. All right, we got the YM up in the leaderboard today. Let's see if it's been around at all. Yeah, and it's doing pretty good for the week. I've never really traded the YM. It's kind of a new instrument for us. Really, just developed this strategy about 2 weeks ago, maybe three now. But it's had pretty good performance. Okay, good. Looks like we're tracking Kim on the YM then. Let's go ahead and check that one out. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. Needed that. I was in another Signal B trade up there on the live account. Just closed. Nice one. Look at that run. Wow, that's a Signal B run. I'm gonna. Oh, check something out here. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate that. Johan, appreciate that. Sorry about that. Yeah. Let me rewind. Um, I wanted to show how to, take a manual trade. I'm glad I didn't take it yet. Uh, Sorry about that. So no, I was just really trying to, go through this again just to make sure. But you can do a custom one. You can go edit this little thing over here. Uh, because I mentioned that this is, an M and Q, not an NQ. I typically trade the NQ, but this is an M and Q. So I just want to do two contracts on the M and Q, and I'm willing to lose 40 bucks, but trying to get 160 out of two contracts. So it's really, if I would break it down to one contract, it'd be $20 loss for $80 win, 2080. So that's kind of the trade setup here that I want to put in place. So I'll just hit OK on that guy, and it's this one right here, 24/7 master. If I can get a pullback like we just saw back here into the red, what I like to do is, if it pulls back but I still have conviction that it's going to go down, that I'll try to maybe buy a couple more. In this case, it's called sell, so that's very complicated. But what I'm going to do is try to get some more contracts when they're here, but to go short, which is called sell. So right now we're in a short trade because this is red. It's telling me that I'm trying to go down in price, and in this blue line down here is my target. If price hits my target, I make the money. On this particular trade, again, it's two contracts. So each contract is for profit is $100. So two of them. This is a $200 profit and a $50 loss on this trade. So trying to go short into a pivot's a terrible idea, but just to kind of see that what you could do is, now I hit sell ask, so that went ahead and bought more contracts down here. Okay, that didn't work right. So the limits must have been outside of the zone here for me. I bet you they were still set at the. I probably didn't hit save. So the limits that it came in with were 200 and 500 for an NQ. I'll go look at it after this trade's over, but more than likely that's what I messed up there. Looks like we're going through 18,100 today. Who would have thought, when we were at 17.7 yesterday? Or 17.7. Now you can take this trade in total reverse too. So another option up here is this reverse button. What that means is, if you were in that trade, you hit that button, it sells that setup and then takes the opposite trade for you. So if you thought, what, I give up on that trade, I want to go long, you could have hit reverse right there, and it would have jumped in the long trade for you. Not trading very good today, so this is a little bit of a downer. We'll get one of these robots to work for us. I got a good one up here on my live account. Unfortunately, it's the signal B right here. Chad, what you got running on your machine? Is everything up and running? Is there anyone doing good for you? Looks like right now, um, yeah, our case should be live. Don't know if you guys are seeing it on your end, but should be live here. Got quite a few people in the room. Looks like we got about 20, 22. Um, okay, cool. Yep, he's up and running. Awesome. All right, good. So yeah, we got a couple good ones for the week. Looks like Signal B for the week is the one to be, and I've got that on my live account. I saw that coming Monday. It ran away with the score Monday. It ran up, I think, around $2,000. So it's kind of been treading water since, but um, okay, great, good. Chad will be up and running. Hopefully, give us some feedback on how the process goes, if you would, please. Okay, yeah, I'll try to show you there, RK, and what you were asking. May not get it exactly what you were looking for, but maybe a version of it, hopefully. Okay, it's going to break through again, it looks like. I was thinking all long trades today, and I was totally wrong. There was a ton of good short trades, and now it looks like it might be long trades. It's a pretty good market to trade, moving a lot of points. Yeah, cool. That countable. Yeah, that's the one that we were running here. Um, yeah, it has similar issues as all the other ones that I know about. At least the data will drop every once in a while, so I tend to keep it up here and keep track of it. So I go out and look and make sure that my data connection is good. Again, I look for the green circle right there. The circle will be red or yellow, and obviously that means that you need to go into here to connections and probably hit disconnect, and then you can try to reconnect it right away, but I tend to then go to workspaces and hit save, and I save my workspace. Kind of what that means is my setup that I have here, the way the screens are all set up, and then I hit close over here. Then I relaunch Ninja, and then re-enable. Oh, I want to show you guys how to re-enable them all at once, because it's a little bit painful doing them one by one. It's really the same quick keys as any Windows system. So as long as you're left clicked anywhere in this cell of the strategies tab, anywhere, you just left click one place, and then you use the Control A keys. The Control A keys, that will get you every single strategy. And then you can right mouse click, and up here it will be black that should say enable, and you click that little guy, and boom, they all come online. Now you're taxing your computer when that happens, so they take maybe a minute or 2 minutes, it looks like, to kind of come online. So what I mean by coming online is these turn green. The strategy right here, the text will be black, but once they're online, they turn green. So that's a little bit behind the scenes on how that one works. Okay, got this good signal B trade. Looks like we're trying to bounce off this 100 up here. Get it to break through for us. Woo-wee. All right. So we need a trade in this Apex account today too. Let's see the CL. We haven't had any. So it's a little late for CL. Actually, that one might be sleeping already. Oh wow, the CL Signal B AI drone made a beauty. Oh wow, look at that. Got faked out one time right there, but it jumped in again. Rode that one way up. Awesome trade right there on the CL. Signal B. Let's go look at lead dog for the week is in this trade right here. NQ30 range signal B. We jumped in on the live account too with it. It'll show up. The neat thing about that is, as long as I'm clicked on the account that those strategies are set under, and it's the same instrument, it'll show the trade for both of them. And if they both take trades, they'll both jump in the ring. So signal A and signal B, because I have them running on the same account here. Let me bring this to the top and show what I'm talking about. So on this Apex account right here, if this one's the signal A and this one's the signal B, if they both take the trade, they'll both jump in the ring together, and we'll be able to see it on the one chart. So this is the strategy of the week right here, the signal B. Been on a pretty good run. It's up 2,000 so far this week. Looks like we got about 3 days under us so far. We'll see what volume's doing. All right, great. No, I just took a break there for a minute. Thanks for hanging with me there. Just have a I've just hit 50, so I've got the colonoscopy coming up, and just getting the nurse is called, kind of just doing the whole drinking the solution the day before and all that stuff. So getting that information taken care of. All right, let's see if we can make any money today here. Let's look at around the board and see what's happening. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate that. Let's go. Let's see what we got. We'll go around the table here and kind of see what trades are going on. That one's a little bit slow for me here. Got the NQ just kind of drifting, trying to find its legs and go north. Cool, yeah, no, hoping we can go on this journey together and see if we can get funded too together, and you guys can kind of see what it looks like. I've done it a few times now, so I want to try to share whatever I've learned over the time. I've made a pretty good investment into Apex, and think it's a great opportunity. Use this system wisely, and you can get lucky. But it goes the other way too. So it looks like we jumped in this trade here, trying to go down on this trade. Let's see what this one's gonna do. It looks like it entered back over here when it saw this red cross. This one, we call that, it popped out of the 80 down here. So it took the trigger quite a ways ago. But again, we just got stopped out on that short entry. So let's take whatever we can get. We're not going to see a price drop that quick. We don't see that coming anyway. It's every indication that we have right now is going the other way. So we'll see if we can get lucky and get this one to drift back into our direction and take anything off the table. We are sitting in a good position up here with this stop though. So if my stop would have landed like there, I would have probably went ahead and done that. That gives me a little more heat, a little more opportunity to go ahead and see if I can get that trade. And it could be worth it when you got a stiff zone built here for you. It's kind of bounced off those prices a few times. Got to get one winning trade if we can today. Come on, baby. So I've got a couple of team players here, and David Wise is on my team, and what a great trader. He trades options. He's got his options trading room. Let me show you guys just a quick second. This is experiment with someone else's money. I love it. So let's show you guys this options trading room. It's huge success. So this one's over here. We've got a real team out there of people helping with this his service. He's got Savvy Trader and Dr. No, but we send out the trades in text messages. And we've got probably send these to around 400 people in text messages plus his trading room. We post the trades on the Discord and send them out through text messages. So if you're an options trader, could be something worth looking at. He hit 20 out of 20 in January. 20 out of 20. We take all of his trades. I use it as my team's profit sharing. So we take all of his trades. So maybe we are getting a little bit of leakage here, and we will start going south some. So I didn't have the patience to sit around, but maybe it would have been a good idea. Let's go ahead and pretend we're still in that trade. So, oh, I want to fix this. So let me show you guys a couple of ways to close trades. So we have the wheel. The wheel is programmed on your mouse to close that trade. If you just hover over the close with the wheel and you click the wheel on your mouse instead of either the left or the right, it will close that trade but still keep the strategy enabled. So it kept that strategy enabled even though I closed that trade. So that's one way to do it. I gotta edit this guy. I thought I changed it already to 4160, but I did. I didn't hit save, and I want to do 2 contracts. So I want to trade 2 contracts on the M&Q, and I want to risk $40 to potentially profit 160. So I needed to hit save as, and I didn't last time. So it was saving my last numbers. There we go. Now I should be locked into that setup. So we're going to jump on this signal A coming out of the box right here on the next candle. And this is going to be a great trade. I really like this trade. So I just saw that. I'm going to go ahead and, buy. I'm going to buy that. We saw the cross. That was my indication that, momentum started swinging in our direction. We'll see if we can get any follow through. Now the auto trader will jump in too on the next candle. So I jumped in manually, and the auto trader will jump in on the next candle. And now, for me, I know we haven't broke that pivot yet, so we might on this trade, but let's just take the safer route, and we'll just go ahead and move our target, within that pivot zone. So the auto trader went ahead and did make that trade, like I mentioned. It jumped in with 2 contracts too. And its target is way up here. We'll go ahead and leave that one in play, and we'll just our manual one we'll keep here. I get a little sticky with my my stops at first. I'll move them up sometimes right to my entry point. That way I kind of seal in that trade. I call it a free trade, like free trade agreement right here. It's a free trade now because I didn't risk any. I have nothing at risk, I guess, is what I'm saying. So I like to kind of seal them in if I can. That was a really juicy trade, though. I mean, we saw that pullback into that pivot that was, was wanting to break through it forever. Did that nice little pullback. Really gave us a real good launching pad. If we want to take a little bit of money whenever we can get it, that's also, a smart thing to do. So we'll just kind of take a little bit of money off the table. Leave this this bigger trade up here on and just kind of, see what happens. So tag teaming off the auto trader is a really fun thing for me to do when I see the cross. I've been doing it a while now, so I know that the crosses are coming. When I start to see this little blue line come up to the 20 right here. So and then like now if this blue line drops below this green, I know it's time to potentially go short. But it's just momentum. And doing some other things with that indicator behind the scenes. Yeah, I guess we'll. What time is Powell speaking again? If you guys don't mind, maybe drop that in the chat. Must have some decent information about inflation, I'm guessing, because man, we came out that before. We went to 18,375. 18,000, yeah, 375. I think that's about our high water mark, somewhere in that range. Another way to, I call this one like walking the trade. Kind of keeping the stop. Get a little bit of cash, even if it comes back against us. We'll take a little bit of money off the table here, um, and hope that it keeps going north, and we'll just kind of keep walking the stop behind it. Okay, today or tomorrow, it's what's coming in so far, for that news. Got a good trade here with a little bit of pivot in front of us, though. Looks like since 9:30 this morning, we hit that high, and we're about to try go fetch it again. It looks like, maybe, if we can get through this pivot here. Or volume zone. I've heard them called two different things. I don't know what exactly they are. Might be the one. Let's go see what else is happening. Okay, me and the signal. Okay, that's signal A. Let's see if we got the same trade as the signal A and Q one. No, we're opposite. We got out of sync with that one. We knew that earlier too. Okay, we just jumped in again. Signal B just jumped in. So we got them both fired up now. signal B and signal A. So signal B is our trend trigger signal, and our signal A is really more of our counter trend trade signal. Oh, Tara, yeah, sorry, Rory did have a dentist appointment this morning, so he's probably trying to catch up. If you don't mind, be patient there. He said he should be available after lunch. Yeah, agree, RK. We're going north if they announce rate cuts quickly. So we're gonna hammer down if that happens. I'm gonna hammer down for sure. Yeah, no problem. We want to get you on the board here. We've had quite a few people join us with lifetime memberships in the last couple weeks. So thank you for doing that. We're committed to the system here and going to be showing how we get right in and make those trades too, and hope we can push some people over the finish line. I've got my son over the finish line and a few other people, so we're hoping we can take some people to the promised land through other people's money, which is really awesome. It's really unbelievable that you can kind of borrow their money to trade. So really, I call it too good to be true, but for now it's true. So I'm just going to jump on it and get as many people qualified as we can. And then when we find out we can't do it, then we'll stop. But for now, we'll keep doing it. Looks like we ran out of gas on this one. Oof. The big red arrow says no, you're supposed to go down. Price is dropping. Whew. Tenuous right here. Let's take a little bit off the table. All right. So if we run away with it, we're still on the board. Jan, I have no idea what our Discord server name is. I don't know if you can see it from here. This is David Wise's server. This is ours. I guess it's called AI Auto Space Trader. That's my guess. Looks like right now we got about 143 online. Yeah, help pay for college. Let's go. Got my son running it. He passed his eval on the second try, a $25,000 one. You'd never traded before. And I didn't even trade futures either before I bought the company about a year and a half ago. I've heard about it before that, but I didn't know really what it was or how to do it. Um, I was trading the top gainers of the day, stocks. I had a Fidelity app, and I had a 401k from my work, and was using my bonus money to trade with during the day. But then I bought this company from Mark Sachs about a year and a half ago, and we've been developing the auto trader because what I used to do for a living was like programming machines for factories and stuff, so robots and automation equipment. So it really was something that I was interested in for a long time. Tough pivot here. 18,100. I didn't see this in our future yesterday. Everything was doom and gloom on my end. What I'll tell you, Tara, is 95% of people lose money day trading. I'll tell you that. So it's easy come, easy go, as they say. So, uh, it's only risk capital that you can afford to lose. That's my message to everybody who trades. Only risk money that you can afford to lose because you don't know. Nobody knows what direction it's going in. We have a lot of data analysis that we're doing to try to predict it, but who knows? All we know is the data that we have, and we can keep showing it every day of which one's doing good, which one isn't, and we just all have to go from there. Yeah, when I was trading the top gainers, yeah, I'd make some money. Me and Sergio, we're working on it. I don't know how to do it yet, but we're gonna try to. He's close. We want to try to trade those here with an auto trader. I always wished I had an auto trader. I was always manually opening and closing, putting bracket orders in. What is what I did. All right, so we jumped. We got through that pivot. Patience prevailed here for us. It was tough, but we'll see if we can pop through this other one here and make some cash on this trade. Go ahead and take this one off the table, so we'll make some money here regardless. Yeah, just turned 21. Awesome. It's a fun system. Hopefully it does well for you if you get it. Right now you can get it out the door at $500 a month. Gives you a chance to jump in the ring and see if you can pull off a hat trick. Boy, I pulled off a good one on Friday. Woo-wee. Pulled in about 15 grand Friday. Got 10 of these eval accounts over the finish line. So kind of the way those work is I use these $100,000 static drawdowns, and what it means is I can lose 625. Once I lose 625, it's bye-bye. But that stays down there, so you don't have to keep trying to look behind you. The other ones are called trailing drawdowns, and that trail stays right behind you. So if you go up and you come back, it gets you. So I stay away from those. But those accounts there, was able to jump in the ring and just nail some big daddies. It was going up like this for about 2 hours. All right, so we're sitting on a pretty decent trade right here. My live account's doing good too on this other machine. Yeah, this is the AI Auto Trader. We have other systems that are manual, called discretionary systems. So you still need to pull the trigger manually. So for me, I love this system. If I wasn't doing live here, I'm off doing 100 other things, and it's just doing data analysis behind the scenes, buying and selling for me. I don't even have to pay attention to it. So I absolutely love this kind of trading. I'll never really be just a discretionary trader again because that's too much pressure. My necks and shoulders hurt too much. So I'll just let this thing do all the work, get in these trades, and once it's up to about $500 on the NQ, for example, I just let it go. And it'll take losers and winners as it comes at it. But when you're starting them out, it's good to get them away from zero so that those quick whiplashes don't take you out. So Kim, the $100,000 statics, the way they work is you got to make $2,000 on the eval to be moved into this next stage called PA. So you first have to make 2,000, and again, if you lose 625, you're out. Let's say you go up 1,000, you can still go back down 1,625. That's the big difference. So again, these strategies swing from highs to lows. So you want to make sure that you get one that's like that can give you a nice swing once you separate from zero. And then, so now it's in this range right here called PA range. So now you have to get 2,600. And again, if I go backwards from 0 to 625, I'm out. So it's the same kind of concept, except they put the ladder a little bit higher, a couple more rungs. And so I've got to get 2,600. And then I can ask for a $2,000 check again. So I've got some checks in the past, and but then they're hard to keep. They're hard to keep because once you take that 2,000 back, they put you back at 625. So I could have kept it at the 2,600, but I couldn't ask for my money. So I could have tried to get like maybe to 3,600, and then ask for 2,000. And then my buffer would have been like 1,625. So there's probably a management that I need to figure out once I get the PA paying me too that works better than what I've done so far. Looks like this is the 42nd eval that I must have passed. So that's how many. I think I've got about 6 more, so maybe I've passed about 48 of them total so far. And I think I'm on number 300, 320 or something for the amount of evals that I've tried. So I'm swinging about somewhere north of a 10 to 15, about 15% pass rate, I guess. It's a really nice trade we're in here. Static has served me best, but the other option is to jump on that 300,000 and let these just roll, because the $300,000 one you can lose 7,500. Now you got to make 20,000 to pass the evaluation, but it gives you a lot more breathing room. Now those cost, even on 90% off, those cost I believe $85 is what I was paying. I really prefer to trade my own money, but this is a really great entry, and I think this is the best thing to train with the auto trader is these. So again, this is for training and educational purposes only. Most people lose money trading. But for me, I really like these. it's not easy to pass, but you know the auto trader jumps in at pretty good entries, a lot better entries than I can personally pick. So it kind of helps you, give you a chance right off the trade. Now, as many go against you as you get. So there's no secret weapon ever. Yeah, Apex evals. So that's why I trade them. The $100,000 static drawdowns on the 90% off, I can get for I think $14. Could be $16. Somewhere around 15 bucks from what I remember. So yeah, when they go to 90% off, I get maybe 20 or 30 of them and then use them up through the time till they do the 90% off again. Try to. Looks like we found another pivot zone here. I think we'll go look around the room and see what else has happened, and then do a close out of the day. Good. So we had the signal B drone. Looks like it's still probably the lead dog. Let's shuffle the deck here. Yeah, for the last couple of days, the signal B drone is still the lead dog. So it's about 2,000 bucks total. Actually, this number, if the trade was to close, this number would get added to it. So it would really be up, let's say it's 200 more bucks, it'd be up about 2,100. This one would be, if it was closed this trade too, it would be at 1,500. So it kind of gives you the top 3 or 4 for us for the week so far. And then if we kind of shuffle it to the day, not a great day to trade the auto trader. Usually we see some, a little bit better numbers here. A couple of days we've even seen $3,000 here. But today's a little bit slower, so we're on the board here with the PA account. Looks like we've moved it to a positive direction for us. So we're above water. Looks like we're about $70 in the plus now. If we're to close that trade right now, we're not going to do that. We're going to let her ride, but we can kind of see. I was hoping I had our Trader Pro open, but I don't. Kind of see how much that account is at for the day. It should follow that $39 a little bit. I think I lose a little more in commission maybe on the our Trader Pro commissions. So that's what I was going to look at. Ooh, and another whopper on my live account too. Up 370 on this trade. So here's a little bit of shakeout of this account right here. So this is the PA number 42. Number 42 here. The way you kind of see these, the P&L for the account is here, but because it's in a trade, it can't print anything in there. The way you know how much it's at is you watch the account balance change. So right now it's at 48.37. So it looks like here it's showing 57. So it looks like it might be about a $20. Yeah, 46.66. Looks like it's about a $20 difference. So my guess is, when I always look at these, is that Rhythmic must take a bigger chunk out of commissions. Or the other thing is, we may not even be taking commissions on these up here. Okay, that's probably what it is. We're not taking commissions on this up here on this nameplate. That's what it is. But the Rhythmic is taking the commissions out for those trades. So we're net positive for the day. We didn't move the needle as much as we'd like. I took a little bit longer to get set up than I usually do. So we'll kind of keep up with that and hope to bring this one back to life again tomorrow. So even I trade them at in the afternoons. So they're going to run. This one will run till 1 o'clock today before it goes to bed. So at 1 o'clock it just closes the trade. If take that back. If it will not take more trades after 1 o'clock. The trade won't actually close specifically if it stays in this range. It won't close until we have it programmed to close at like 3:30. So that is something to know. They do go to bed. They don't take trades anymore. But if it's in a live trade, it will just, either hit one of the stops or the targets or close at 3:30. I believe we had them programmed for. So we'll get one last look here. Looks like again the Signal B AI drone for the NQ was the leader of the day. Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast today, and thanks again for so much input here. Really look forward to Tara, you joining the auto trader journey, and want to help you along the way any way we can. We'll try to share as much information as we know from this chair, and try to get you funded if we can. So